We got to talk with Miss Sheryl Brown, our newest senior officer, to optimize lines. Sheryl, this is a closed group. We were breaking down your check, what it'll be. What do you think you're going to make in that 1 week?
5,000.
$5,000.
Yep.
Wow. And you've been in this profession for how many years now?
25.
25. How fast was the growth here in Partner Co? Because you've been here for 6 months, right?
Yep.
How do you relate that to any of your previous experiences in network marketing?
To like 5,000 in a week. So in my previous company that I was with 20 years, it took 15 years to
15 years.
earn a five-figure income to equal what I've done in Partner Co in a month, like a month's earning. Do you know what I mean? So what took 15 years in my previous company has taken me 6 months to do in Partner Co.
Dang. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Sheryl, we are just so proud of you. For those of you guys that don't know the story, when we launched this millionaire mentorship, it was like a project group. We weren't intending on necessarily extending it or not, but we had some challenges and we're big on assignments, right? Here's a tip, by the way, in leadership. If you want to know who to look for and who to really pour more energy into, get in the habit of giving assignments, little tasks for people to do, and just see who's actually doing them. And out of everyone, we've had a lot of amazing people in that group, but Sheryl Brown, you were the most coachable. You did all the assignments, you won the challenges, and now you're a senior officer. So I just want to honor you for your coachability, your humility, your leadership, and this huge, huge achievement. So there's a lot to unpack, but what's on your heart?
Okay, well, it's funny how things are aligned from starting out with what Vanessa shared, thank you so much, to what Annika's just shared and what you've shared, James. Um, I I can't believe how things tied together. The three of us did not talk before this transpired, but what I want to do is actually, for me, one of the most important things is leadership. And how to truly understand your why and your team's why. So I want to give a little bit of gold, and then I want to take you on the journey of what that week looked like. And then I'm going to hand you over to do the magic with the reports that you do. So everyone has a story, and every story has a unique why. Knowing your why is so powerful, knowing your team's why, because it drives them, it's what shapes them and gives purpose to what they do every day. So for me, my why comes from my story, and I want to paint the picture just very short and concise. I grew up in an extreme cult environment of extreme control in my childhood, where I experienced both violence and violation. And I was cut off from the world. I was silenced and shut down and never allowed to express my feelings or my thoughts, and belted if I didn't conform, forcing submission to my parents' ideas and ideology of what I was supposed to be, rather than being allowed to naturally learn, develop, and be me. And I would go to the back paddock of the farm and write songs and sing and talk to God. My parents were very, very, very extreme in what they did. So it left me feeling with no confidence, second guessing myself, people pleasing, extremely socially awkward, inadequate, not seen, protected, and unaccepted. Trust didn't come easy, and respect was something that had to be earned. But those experiences, if you relate to them, shaped who I am today. They taught me the power of being true to yourself in the place of importance of honesty and integrity. And it forced me to go and to discover and find myself. And I call it the Who Am I mission. Honesty, integrity, and respect are non-negotiable values. And today I've learned this from, from what I've built my life around and my foundation and my business upon. And everyone has a situation. And I've shared that because your team have a story, and everyone here today has a story. So I have, zero contact with my family. I'm a single mum of two amazing boys, and it's just the three of us. And the boys are both special needs, so our lives are very structured, driving my son to school 3 hours a day in order for me to support and provide for my family. And I've learned that the buck stops with me. And our stories have power, and they connect to people. Each of us are faced with different situations. some more intense, some more subtle, but they all matter. It's what we do with that story that defines us. And everyone has a choice. For me, I had to push through it to find in me what was broken, to turn the pain into purpose and to find a life-breaking tribal cycle and freedom, healing and helping others find their voice and their confidence. You've got to believe and back yourself. After 25 years in this industry, you know, I've seen it all from Nutrimetics, Tupperware, car qualified manager, and 20 years in my previous company with Louise and Tracy and all of us there. And nothing beats the heart within Partner Co. Success builds momentum. It took me 15 years, like I just said, to get to where I am in just 6 months with Partner Co. That's the power of alignment, the right mission, the right culture, and the right people. And events are where the magic begins. Annika, thank you so much for sharing about Japan, because for me, Dallas, Texas changed everything in me. I was 114 kilos and I was struggling both physically and emotionally, but something stirred deeply within me at the event, get to events. And I made a decision there, never again. So the corporate leadership that we've got here, you know, Darren Zobrist talks about grit, heart, and soul, and that's exactly what Partner represents. Partner Co. completely represents the place where passion meets purpose. And from this moment on, everything changed. I came home fully committed to my health, to my purpose, and to helping my team and others around me do the same. Partner Co. has reignited in me my drive and reminded me what's possible when you combine belief with action. The growth I've experienced physically and emotionally and financially, I've just shared in such a short time, it just amazes me. It blows my mind. And when you align with a company built on grit, heart, and soul, and a community that genuinely leads with integrity, transformation becomes inevitable. So, what did this look like in our run? Well, the first week we warmed up, and thankful for you, Kirsten. You just are an amazing person, and she set the run up for us as a team. And you know, she had so much going on, and she showed up where she could, and that's credit to Kirsten for her belief, her passion, and her purpose. And she also had a holiday booked and went to Fiji. So at this point, I phoned James and Becky, and they were at the airport. And I said, I'm going to go senior officer. You know what? Manifestation's really powerful. James took out time and prayed with me on the phone, declaring the intention. And that really meant a lot to me. James did a Zoom right before Japan, and he said something very, very powerful right before the PXP started. And that was, leadership is not up, it begins with you. So we had a strategy in place. Jeannie and I ran the morning blitzes with Kirsten and evening blitzes in the first week for our team who wanted to lean in, learn, and grow. And in the first week we were building Facebook algorithms. And it was so great to shoulder with Jeannie. She's like an angel without wings and someone I dearly love and respect. The journey began, and the first week was tough. Okay, so this is what we were looking at. My pay line the previous week before going senior officer was 1,027 PV. And the week before that, it was 581 PV. So I knew that if I wanted to reach senior officer, I had to optimize at 13,334. Well, that was one of the biggest things and scariest things I think I've ever done. And so I started banging out the sales with Mandy and Libby, Esther, Ashwin, they're all on here, Lisa, Ree, with the whole entire team, Diana, and it was incredible. And Monday night, I walked into the kitchen at like 11:30, and I said to Daniel, I said, 10,999 to go. He goes, that sounds high, Mum. And he said, what is that in dollars? And I said, 22,000. That's ridiculous, Mum. No one can do that in a week. And I said, really? Watch me. I'm going for it. So it was do or die for me, but I was going to give it everything I had. And by the weekend, I spoke to Jen Friday, and she said, you know, you're going to have to do most of the work, what you don't get by Friday night. So we go off the grid, and I'm running the whiteboard. Annika, we love our whiteboards. And so Alana had sent me a message, and she said, you've got this. And it's so incredible having a CEO that cares so much. And her words really lit a fire that took me to another level within me. So Friday night, I was sitting at 7,809 PV. And Daniel said, "That sounds high, Mum." I said, "Yeah, 15,500. And he laughed and he said, "No, no one can do that, Mum." I said, "Watch me." So I went all in with the team, with Mandy and with Libby. Libby had hit number 2 in the body balance challenge. So I was making up material for her. Joe was doing his crunches and all this. And I was making reels for him with that incredible PMF technology. And it was amazing how the team came together. So we went all in, exactly what you just said, Annika, about Japan and social media again. So we hit it hard, and it was incredible. Esther doubled her earnings, and to be on the phone when your team are crying saying, "I never thought I could do this. I never thought this was possible." And when your team send messages to you that light up your heart. And I just want to bring one up and share with you what one of my team sent me, because words are powerful. They are so powerful. And they said, "I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I've always been cheering on everyone else. And I've been happy to do that because I thought it would never be me." And that's our Libby that just went senior director, who jumped 7 ranks. So at this point, we're looking at Monday. Over the weekend, we took it down from 7,809 to 1,558. I got 5 brand partners on that week, 3 went ultimate, and I got my 5th brand partner who came in ultimate at Monday lunchtime. And we had 2 more team orders that came in and took us over the line. And by the end of the run, it was incredible. I'd personally done 6,100 PV in sales. It was the biggest week I've ever done. I had 1 customer order that was 1,009 PV. Every strategy I'd learned from the Millionaire Mentorship came into play, from reading the My Money volume report to maximizing lines to running the whiteboard off the grid over the weekend. And at 3:30 on Monday, it was confirmed by corporate that we had achieved senior officer. And there's so many things that I've learned, like from Dallas, I want to become a product of the product, because I believe these products are amazing. And Annika, we've had some great chats on this. I will drop 50 kilos. I'm down 10 today with 40 to go. So that's dawning on 25 pounds in 6 weeks since Dallas. We've had team ranks. Mandy has just gone senior vice president. That is an incredible achievement to you, Mandy, and your leadership. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of the whole team. And you know, that nervous energy that you feel in your belly, use it for good, because I tell you what, that's where the magic begins. Love your team, work with your team, know their why. My team are my family. Annika, you're my family. Jeannie, you're my family. All of you on here, Kirsten, all of you. We have the most incredible community. I'm so blessed and so honored and so grateful that I get to be here. And if you relate to any form of my why, do not let it hold you back. Do not let it hold you back. Because I tell you what, there's greatness in you. When you back yourself and believe in yourself and you're true to yourself, incredible things happen. Please believe in yourself and back yourself. And you know what? Let us carry you, believe in you, and back you until you can.
Sheryl
Can we
Brown.
take ourselves off mute and give her a big hoo-ha?
Yeah, Sheryl.
Wow, that is incredible, Cheryl.
Thank you, thank you.
Proud of you.
Oh my
Amazing.
Wow,
gosh.
so many lessons.
Fantastic.
Inspiration you are.
Well done.
Awesome.
Incredible, Cheryl.
Congratulations.
Inspired me.